Papa.
Super unleaded. Unleaded. Premium.
Who is Iad Carson? Iad is a dedicated father. He puts his children before anything. My name is Shawn Collins and I'm a recording artist from Akron, Ohio. I'm also a filmmaker, somewhat of an entrepreneur. Iad Carson is my business partner at Wayne Manor Recording Studios. He's also a recording artist on Trés Le Sant, which is our independent record label, film company, fashion house, and generally all things related to the arts. And he's also my best friend.
When you look at my son, you look at my father. They're just, it's just his character, family man, working hard, not necessarily to get rich, but just to take care of his family, and just not worrying about what everybody else thinks about him, but just, being the best person that he can be.
I'm one of Iad's closest friends. We grew up from childhood together, led similar lives. We played sports and stuff together, Our parents basically knew each other too. Definitely found a connection together with music. I was like a freshman in high school and he's a grade older than me, so I don't know when he initially started because, it's his life. But, as soon as, he started rapping with friends I know, we all was same area, same school and whatnot. We all knew each other rap, we basically just clicked and started going from that point. So basically when he started making music from, his grandma's house, recording on the computer, just one take, it is what it is. Being together in the same room, writing rhymes, when we didn't even know how to record. It was cassette players and stuff, He was in a group with my other friend, Amp. They had their little thing going on. I was just someone who liked to rap, so, I wasn't initially with them to begin with. But when I found out they was that dedicated what they did, I was dedicated. This when we collect. Our early teens, of course, we was on, the typical stuff, leave you in a ditch, stuff like that, flashing, jewels, cars, hoes and stuff. You kind of matured early at an early age. So when he was about 17, 18, he really got on the same thing he was on, which was, talking about stuff that he felt was, important to touch on. So.
And what are those things? What does he feel is important to touch on?
Just the youth, problems we face socially, things, that make people uneasy,
He puts his children first, and he puts his wife first. He's transcended everything that's happened to him in life. you know, he was a victim of abuse, and you know, he went through hell at a young age.
As long as you put that issue out there for people, you know, to touch on, to, you know, to speak about, to understand that it is going on, you know, that's going to help everybody. And just to know that he overcame that, you know what I mean? You can tell that in his music, because, you know, that's what he talks about, that's what he raps about, you know. He's an ordinary man, you know. We all go through problems, you know, that's the truth.
A lot of people look up to him, and they always have in my family, whether it was, you know, the younger children or even the adults. And a lot of people expect a lot out of him, and they expect him to do well. You know, and he's, I mean, obviously he's just a person, so, you know, he has things he goes through as well, but they just expect so much, you know, from him that it probably actually puts pressure on him at times. Sometimes I have to go to him to ask how he's doing. He doesn't like to ask for help, tries to handle things on his own.
He works in the morning, he gets up with me and take our kids to school, and then he comes home and he goes back to sleep. Then when he gets off, he'll put them in the shower, get them ready for bed. He'll take them when I need a break. He's always there for them. He sacrifices his time between the studio and us. He tries as much as he can to be here at home and be with the kids or be with me. But at the same time, I know sometimes he just want to get up and go to the studio and write or make a new song or just get in the booth. But he'd rather be at home playing or take us to the carnival or we'll go to Chuck E. Cheese just so we can have our family time.
He adores his wife and treats her with respect, which, you know, to some people who are watching this, who maybe are not interested in hip-hop at all, might be thinking, well, I mean, why should he be applauded for being a good father? Why should, you know, he be applauded for being a good husband? And he shouldn't, any more than any other good man or good husband or good father. However, it's important to understand that growing up as rappers and in the hip-hop community and in this culture, there's not an important emphasis on fatherhood. There's not an important emphasis on morality and being a person of substance. You know, there's a big emphasis on what kind of watch you have. Fashion. You know, fashion is more important than how well you rap now. You can make a great song, but if you don't dress well, or if they can't style you in whatever's coming up the next season, then, you know, you might not make it. And Iad rejects all of that. And he's always rejected them. But Iad Carson is a man who has come from an environment and a culture where it takes courage and it takes the ability to not be afraid to do something different, to be a good father and to be a good husband.
He's honest. He loves life. He tries his best at everything he does, and he accomplishes as much as he can. And now at 26, he has a business with Shawn Collins, and he's a good person.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I think that we'd be doing your music a disservice if we didn't at least have a conversation about image. It's not something that I take a great source of pride in that we have to have a conversation about. The fact is that people care more about the way you look than your music. So it's not something that I think, you know, is going to be easy, but at least we should, I'm just saying, hear me out, that we should at least have a conversation about it. I mean, we should at least discuss the idea of an image, you know? I know it's not something that you're super comfortable with, but...
We need a gimmick, man. What if you wore, like...
Gimmick?
Well, what if you always wore, like, spandex pants? Like...
I'm trying to be serious, man. I mean, I feel like... I don't know, and I know that you're not, like, super into the whole streetwear culture or whatever, but I was thinking, like, maybe you could always, like, you could always have, like a tuna sandwich.
That's a little more mild.
And you could carry it, like, on your belt loop, you know?
What about,
No?
What if we dressed you up as, like, a transformer?
We should do your hair like Shia LaBeouf. we should at least make sure that you always have more Jesus chains on than anyone else, you know. I mean, if this guy does 3, okay, 4. If this guy does 6, all right, 7, you know. People could write on their blog, he wears more Jesus pieces than anyone, you know.
So it's just unlimited. You never wear the same one twice. It's like white tees, you just throw them out.
You take a Jesus chain off in the trash, $15,000.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I don't even know how much do those things cost.
I mean, they're probably gonna have to be fake ones.
Well, let's get to work, man. Take your shirt off.
His sacrifices financially has taken a toll on his image. Now in the industry, people want you to be high fashion and wear Gucci and Prada. As a family man, you can't do it. So he does it. He wears what he can and he'll get through it.
Most of rap music it's about having a brand new outfit, never being seen in the same thing twice, and constantly being ahead of the game, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care about any of that. He cares about his children and his wife and his friends and the quality and integrity of his music and the quality and integrity of his character. And he just takes so much and sacrifices and sacrifices and sacrifices, and the only time he gets to vent or have a cathartic experience is in his music, and I love him for it.
I tell that to my son all the time, just put it in your music. Keep putting it in your music. And that's what I said, sometimes if I don't get to talk to him as often, or if I'm wondering what's going on, you know, if him and his family are okay, I just put some of his new music on and listen, and I can see exactly what's going on.
He has his own style of music. He does what he wants to from the heart. He tries to give people something besides the same old thing you hear every day. His music is very different, and I think that's what's going to attract more people to him as an artist. He doesn't need the flashy cars, the big house. He just wants to be heard.
Yeah, I see you, homie. Keep your head up. Yeah, peep the situation that he brought into. Pops ain't around, ain't seen him since he started school. Mom's on the move, working, trying to keep lights lights on. Double shifts every day, so she ain't got no time for him. Couple girls round the way that he got his sights on. They won't give him the time of day, cause he got no ice on. It sound trite, cause homie, the truth hurts. Our generation quick to judge a man by his words.